Welcome to this LinkedIn training. My name is Doyle Buehler from Kanzuru.com, Kanzuru.com. I wanted to show you today how to use LinkedIn ads for running on your business. So whether that's to advertise a specific business, advertising a product or service, there's a lot of new ads coming on. LinkedIn actually just started this program earlier in the year, several months ago, so it's now sort of gaining traction. And if you're not advertising on LinkedIn, it's one of those things that you might want to investigate and see how things are actually developing. So you'll see ads by LinkedIn members here that you can actually do, as well as up here in this box and that sort of thing. So, and they also run on other advertising networks as well, through shared advertising links and networks too. So it can actually be quite a good proposition to actually generate the ads. So keep that in mind as you get them. We're going to start with something very basic in terms of how do you get a LinkedIn ad set up. And it is very easy. So all you need to do is go to your home button and then advertise on LinkedIn. So click there and we'll get going and create some items from there. So here they go, basic big splash page. Hey, we're great. Advertise on LinkedIn, get new customers, and away we go. Alright, so I'm going to log in. Alright, cool. So if you can see, it actually runs you through a number of steps. So create ad campaign, targeting, campaign options, and checkout. And one of the really important things is that for your first campaign, you actually don't pay until the end. So you can't actually sort of preset an account or pre-build an account and then add ads. You actually have to create ads and then you can check out and create the account. So it's a little bit backwards, but it will keep things rolling for you regardless. So let's just run a test program here, webinar test right now. And what we'll do is add variation. We're going to create a simple one for one of my existing sites, business-kpi.com. And you can actually add it as well to a specific page on LinkedIn, to your profile, to a company page, to a group page, depending whatever you own or you run. So keep that in mind. We're going to get into the specifics of how to optimize that based on this coming up. Click to enter a headline. We'll make this simple. Learn webinar skills now. It's quite easy. One thing you'll see is here they have a word count. The title block is actually quite a bit smaller than what you would expect with Google AdWords or something similar, but you have to be very selective in terms of what you want to do. So what we'll do next is click to enter description. So view the webinar that you need to know to grow your business. And then a call to action, click now. And actually one of the things that we need to do, it's a very important strategy, is put a capital letter on the beginning of each word. That actually has known to improve click-through. So there you go, first tip of the day. That will help people actually view this and notice it, and it will stand out more than a normal ad. So oops, grow your business. Yeah, okay, cool. Click now. So we got a title, statement, and then an action, call to action, and you can add an image or whatever the case may be and create it from there. So adding image is pretty basic. You just upload an image that you think is useful. It can be a logo. It is a very small image, so keep that in mind, that it's got to convey a lot of information, so keep it quite simple as you can, and that will work. So let's use this one, keep going. Alright, there we go. Now you can also add variations, you can duplicate it, you can delete it, but those are things that we'll get into later as well. Right now we just want to set up the account. So that's the key aspect here. So once that's done, we've set it up. Next step. This is where you can actually target your campaign, and again, because we just want to set up an account, we're just going to quickly go over this, but you can select it based on the country that you're in. You can base it based on the city, whatever the case may be around the world, company, a job title, categories of companies, school, skills, groups, gender, age, whatever the case may be. So this is, we're going to get into a lot more detail on this in other webcasts, but this is sort of a way to start. So you want to really try to isolate it as much as possible. Keep in mind that if the isolation is too small, if you're not targeting enough, you're not going to get many clicks on your ads. So something to consider. This statement here also reached LinkedIn members on other websites through the LinkedIn audience networks, and that's what I spoke of earlier in terms of this is the network that's used in addition to specifically on LinkedIn. Where those go exactly, I'm not 100% sure, but they're basically associated ads with sort of LinkedIn related pages and that sort of thing, so keep that in mind. If you want to narrow your search, you can narrow it down as well, and build the traffic from there. So, alright, so the payment method is pay-per-click. This is every click that viewers of your ad click on will actually go to your website, and those are the ones that you pay. Now with LinkedIn ads, the pay-per-click ad actually starts at $2, which is a little bit high, but I believe their philosophy is that the market rather is a lot more targeted. So you can be very selective in who you let click on your ads. So the price, like I said, is a little bit high in terms of AdWords, but the sort of the depth and the scope of the client will actually work a little bit better. So keep that in mind. You can also go pay per 1,000 impressions. So you set your daily budget, $25 lead collection. This is where you'd want to, a very useful tool, one that you don't see in any other sort of pay-per-click campaigns, but this actually allows you to, if the user selects, of course, to contact the person directly, and you'll get an email through LinkedIn that says this is a contact that is asked to be able to ask for you to contact them. So it's a great follow-up because now you can actually get direct leads as well and contact and follow them up with them later. Show my campaign continuously or until a specific date. If you're just testing, then you should test it just for a couple days just to make sure that everything's running well before you let it go. So just select a few dates and go from there. And from there, basically, we go into the payment, the billing information, and basic credit card details. What they actually do is before you pay the pay-per-click, they actually charge you $5 to set up the account, and obviously that's just an administrative fee. But this is to pay for your ongoing pay-per-click ads, plus, keep this in mind, a $5 charge that comes out whenever you do that. So, or sorry, just to set up the account. So it's a one-time fee. Okay, so once we pay, I'm just going to jump now to another screen. The payment page, once we've basically set that up, I'm not going to go through this payment because I already have a separate account set up, but that will then get your account going, and you can start making additional campaigns from there. Okay, so hopefully that explains how to set up a LinkedIn pay-per-click campaign. It's very easy. It's quite straightforward. A few things to keep in mind: that you have to actually set up the campaign prior to setting up the account and paying for that from there. So that's about it. Once we get that set up, I'm going to, in subsequent videos, show to you actually how to create additional accounts, how to optimize accounts, and how to build your business using LinkedIn ads. So thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you on LinkedIn.